Hello everyone, and welcome to Exciting Nuclear channel. So, today we are going to build our next project, and that is going to be expense tracker. So, without wasting any time, let me show you the demo. So, now let's execute this program. As you can see, we got some options such as add expense. So, first, as we don't have any kind of expense in our uh, storage, so I will add one. So, for the category, I will add food here. And for the description, let's say any random description, any random amount. Now there is an option to view the expenses. So I want to view it. As you can see, it is basically building some tabular format uh, here, and of course it can be also more formatted. Like here can be a string of dashes. Now we can also show the summary. As you can see, category-wise summary is going to be printed here, and then we have option to delete any transaction. So I want to enter the index. As you can see here, the expense deleted. Now again, if I try to view it, there are no expenses. So at last, you can exit that. So this is the demo. Now let's talk about the project description. So this is going to be a command line expense tracker built using Python. Is going to allow user to add, view, delete, and basically see the summary of the spending with total category-wise totals, and also each category, each expense going to contain a category, a description, and an amount. Now all the expenses stored in a list where each type item is a dictionary basically. So of course you are going to see that next. And the concept that we used here are variables, list, dictionaries, function, loops, conditional statements, user input, string formatting, in-limited function, and built-in functions such as sum and length, and basic input validation. So this is the description. Now, so for starting this code, let me just first remove everything from here. So you can see we have removed the whole code. Now we are going to start with the coding part. So first of all, the first option that we have seen here is the add expense option. So we will just create a function add expense, and in this function what we are going to set is, first we are going to set is category. Now category can be set to using the input from the user and saying enter the uh, category. Now we have actually taken the input for the category. Now the same can be taken for the what is the description. Okay, here. So this is the now there is something that we need to do. We need to first take the input of the amount, and uh, first let me take the input for the amount, and put enter the amount. So as you can see, we have taken the input for the amount here. Now, what we can do is basically typecast it into the floating point number. Why is that? Because of course the bills can be in the floating point, like 23.14. Now we have to do one thing, and that is creating the dictionary expense And this expense is going to be something like, let's say, expense, or maybe because we are using one here. So the expense can be created like uh, expense category, category. Then we got description, and then we got amount. So this is the expense dictionary that we have created. Now, the one thing that we need to do is to just append this expense to this list by expenses dot append. So as you can see, we have appended the expense, and now there is only one thing to print here, and that is the message. Okay, expense has been added successfully. So with this, we have completed our first function, which is adding expense. Now moving on to the next one, basically the function to view the expense. So view expense. This function can be, first of all, we need to check whether this expense is empty or not. Because if it is empty, we can print simply no code present. So as you can see, we have written the no the code present here after doing, and also we are going to return nothing here. And basically, the next thing that we can do is print. What to print? I will paste it here. Basically, I will print that expense list heading, and this heading can be simply used. Then we are going to print the our main, you will say the table structure. So we are going to use f string as mentioned in the description, and then we put the of course curly bracket to enter the things, because the while and because when we enter the index, then colon, then left side, and then 10 places. Now let me tell you what this represent. So basically, this column here represent uh, that align width of this text index, and the left here represented by this angled bracket, and it says okay, adjust this to the 10 spaces to the left. Now, in the similar way, we can do one thing. We can simply do for the end thing, end times here, and now we just have to change the what do you say? Change the different type of things here. Now I have explained you one thing. Now I'm just going to copy and paste it here. Why the description have 25? Because description can be longer. That's why. Now let's print. So as you can see, we have 10, then 15, then 25. So this is going to be 50. What we can do is we can simply do negative multiply by 50. Now this is going to add a single straight line, a dashed line actually. Now the next thing that we need to do is to print everything one by one, and that can be done by using for I in comma expenses in enumerate expenses, and here we can print the thing like basically the index value, then we need to print the category, then with description, and then the amount. And of course, we are going to just do that again using f strings. Now we have done this view expense function. The next thing that we need to do is, so we have taken the expense, we have added it, we can view it. Now we can also, you can say delete it. Now that can be done by delete expense, and then delete expense will have the following code. Basically, first it is going to check the same thing, whether the expense is non-empty or not, and then it is also going to do one thing. It is going to ask for the index value input, enter the index to delete, and also we are going to take it as an integer. Now, as we have taken the integer value, we can say that uh, also we need to add a sum check to basically check whether the value is invalid or not. Index is less than 0, and basically, or we should put here, or index is greater than length of expenses, then we can print simply invalid index. And the other thing that we can do here is that we can use the pop function is dot pop, and in the here we are going to pass the index of the expense, and at last we are going to print the message that expense deleted successfully. Now after that we have created this you can say function. The next thing that we can do is to all the summarize all the you can say expenses. For that, let's create a function show summary. Now this function is going to basically first check the same thing, and that is expenses empty or not, and then it is going to calculate total, and it is going to total for the basically for I in. So there are two methods to actually calculate the total of the expenses, and that is either we use a for loop and then keep adding the same thing. And there is other method which are basically like a comprehension, you can say. I will explain that later. For now, let's just see that. So total is equal to sum of expenses, maybe rather than expenses, we should use exp amount for the basically what it is going to do is it is going to take the amount, basically all the one by one expenses from the expenses list, and then extract the value of amount from that, and it's going to sum everything together. So this is what it is going to do. Then we are going to print the total expenses here, and also we are also going to print the category wise summary. And the category wise summary can be you can say calculated by first of all creating a set. Let's say category total, and in this what we can do is we can say for expenses in expenses, and here also we what we can do is we can set the category, and in a similar way we are going to extract the amount. Now we can do one thing. We can say if category in category totals, if category in category totals, then we are going to basically skip this. Oh, sorry, we are basically going to increase the amount. What we have done is we have actually done nothing, but we are just going to add one by one everything into this list one by one, and also we are basically creating this dictionary here. And if this situation is actually false, first of all, why it is right typo here is we are going to say, okay, if the category is not yet present in this dictionary, just create one. And after doing this all, we are just going to call this dictionary for category total in category total dot items, and here we are going to print category and this is going to let us print the exact thing that we have seen in the terminal code. So with this, we have completed our show summary function. Now the rest left is to define our main loop, basically define main, and the main is going to be a while loop. Basically, of course, we are going to repeat everything until user suggests, okay, now I want to exit that. Now for that we need some menu system here, and for that I have created that at the backend. So here it is the menu, basically the same thing that we have seen. So now in the while loop, we are going to ask for the choice from the user, and basically the choice is going to be like, if let's say I ask user the choice, we are going to check if choice is greater than, or maybe we will say the choice is less than 0, or choice greater than 5. Then print invalid choice. Basically, this is what we are going to print every time the user enters an invalid choice, and then maybe we should use a while loop here too. While this situation is true, print invalid choice and ask for the choice again and again. Now, if this situation is actually false, we are going to actually take the choice that one. Or maybe that can also be done by simply saying what to say. Yeah, we can say while true, if, and we are going to basically put the choice here, cut it from here, and if the choice lies in this situation, then do the print invalid choice, else break this while loop, and of course after like taking the user choice, what we can do is we can simply create an if else elif block, which basically map our choice to the exact you can say choices, and at last what we can do is we can call our main function. So with this we have actually completed our whole code, and now it's time to execute that. Okay, for now let's check for choice function invalid choice. Okay, it's asking again, let's say -2, it is asking again, now 6 invalid choice. Okay, now 1 add expenses, the category is food. Actually I've written that wrong, NA, NA. So as you can see we get an error. Okay, now let's run it again, table of food lunch, amount is any hypothetical amount, and again I want to add an expense such as like what should we say, other, and in the other say uh, what should we say, What could be the other expenses that we maybe water bottle, water, water bottle, and say amount is 15. And let's add one more expense in the same category food. And in the description, we are going to say uh, coffee, and the amount is let's say now we have actually added three expenses. Now we are going to view every expense here. As you can see, we got the index 012, category wise food, other and food, and then we got the description, and also we have the amount. Now let's check the summary. Okay, total expenses is this much, and we got the category wise summary, and that is correct as you can see. Yeah. Now I want to, let's say, delete a choice here, and I want to delete this second index, basically this other transaction. We are just going to put that index here, and again give the choices. As you can see, all the things have been changed. Now let's exit this flow. So with this, we can say we have completed our expense tracker app using Python 6. So let's meet in the next video, the next project. So until then, thank you for watching the video.